The year 2026 is going to burn everything you know to the ground. They call it the Year of the Fire Horse, packaging it neatly with predictions of enthusiasm and action. But they aren't telling you the real secret. This isn't about luck, it's about cosmic alignment. It's about an energy so volatile, so explosive, that most people will be overwhelmed, paralyzed by the speed of change. But while the world descends into chaos, 5 signs are holding the map through the inferno. And if you're one of them, your life is about to change forever. Imagine a wild stallion, muscles coiled, nostrils flared, eyes blazing, literally blazing. That is the energy of 2026. The fire horse doesn't trot, it gallops. It doesn't ask permission, it takes. It's impulsive, aggressive, and desperate for freedom. For years, maybe you felt stuck, trapped by routine, bound by expectations. The fire is here to shatter those chains. But liberation often looks like destruction first. If you're in its way, you get trampled. If you resist the change, you get burned. But if you can understand its nature, if you can grab the reins and ride this beast, the world is yours for the taking. I'm Anya from U2's, and today we are cracking the ancient code on who is cosmically positioned to thrive in the coming storm. You need to watch until the end, because the 5th sign is the most unexpected anchor in this chaos. But here is the critical detail most astrologers gloss over. It's not just the horse, it's the fire. The horse, Wu, naturally belongs to the fire element anyway, but 2026 is a yang fire year, Bing. This is fire on fire. It's like pouring gasoline on a wildfire. This double dose of fire energy means that everything in 2026 is amplified. Success isn't just success, it's explosive triumph. Failure isn't just failure, it's catastrophic burnout. There is no middle ground in the fire horse year. Neutrality is impossible. The vibrations of this year are high frequency, high tension, and high reward for the
See who possess the right spiritual frequency. Before we dive into the specific signs that will dominate this solar cycle, I want you to take a moment and think about your biggest goal for the next 2 years. If you are ready to harness this wildfire rather than be consumed by it, hit that like button right now and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you're signaling to the universe that you are ready to claim your seat at the table of destiny. Your engagement helps us continue decoding these ancient mysteries for you, so join our community of seekers today. We are standing on the precipice of a historical cycle that only occurs once every 60 years. The last time the fire horse charged through our reality was 1966, a year defined by massive cultural shifts, social upheavals, and the birth of radical new ideas. 2026 will be no different, but it will be faster because we are living in a digital age where energy travels at the speed of light. The fire horse is the embodiment of yang energy, masculine, direct, and unyielding. It represents the peak of summer, the heat of the midday sun, and the absolute zenith of power. For the average person, this intensity is terrifying. It's too bright, too hot, and too fast. They will try to hide in the shadows of their old habits, but the fire horse burns shadows away. You cannot hide in 2026. You can only lead or be left behind. This is the year where the quiet life goes to die. If you have been playing small, if you have been waiting for the perfect time to launch that project or change your career, the universe is about to stop asking and start pushing. What makes the 2026 fire horse so unique is the interplay between the Bing fire and the Wu horse. In the study of the 5 elements, fire represents the heart, the blood, and the spirit. It is the light of civilization, but also the heat of the forge. When you have yang fire sitting atop the horse, which itself is the strongest fire branch in the Chinese zodiac, you create a phenomenon known as fire in its peak. This is a concentrated beam of cosmic intent. It can forge a sword of incredible strength, or it can melt everything in the room into a puddle of useless slag. The difference lies in your natal chart and how you choose to react when the temperature starts to rise. Most people are used to a linear progression of life. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3. The fire horse laughs at linear progression. It operates on quantum leaps. It moves from 0 to 100 in a heartbeat. This is why the signs we are about to discuss are so vital. They don't just survive the heat, they are fueled by it. They are the ones who can look into the sun without blinking. As we analyze the data from our research labs, we see a pattern of forced evolution. This means that the circumstances of 2026 will force you to become the person you are always meant to be, whether you feel ready or not. It is a year of radical authenticity. The horse hates liars, and it despises the weak-willed. It demands a level of honesty that is almost brutal. This is why the luckiest signs aren't just getting a free pass. They are the signs whose inherent nature aligns with this demand for truth and speed. They are the signs that have the stamina to keep up with a stallion that never sleeps. We are looking at a landscape where traditional structures might crumble, where the economy might shift in ways that favor the bold, and where personal relationships will either be forged into diamonds or burnt to ash. The complexity of the fire horse year is often misunderstood as simple good luck or bad luck, but in professional Eastern astrology, we look at the interaction of the hidden stems and the branch relationships. The horse contains hidden elements of fire and earth. This suggests that while the energy is volatile, there is a foundation for those who know how to find it. The earth element within the horse provides a landing strip for the fire, but only if you know where to. Throughout this deep dive, we are going to look at the 5 signs that have the internal earth to ground this fire, or the wood to feed it productively, or the metal to be forged by it into something priceless. We are going to explore the psychology of 2026, the financial shifts, and the romantic upheavals that are coming for the world. If you aren't one of these 5 signs, don't turn away. Understanding the kings and queens of 2026 is the only way you can learn to navigate the wake they leave behind. You need to know who to follow and who to stay clear of. The storm is coming, and it is beautiful. It is the fire of renewal. It is the flame of the phoenix. And as we prepare to reveal the first sign on our list, I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to burn away the old version of yourself to let the new one breathe? Because the fire horse is already at the gates, and it isn't waiting for an invitation. It's time to look at the first sign that will not just survive, but reign supreme in the year of the double fire. The vanguard is ready. The hunt is about to begin. Let's look at the tiger. The tiger, born in iconic cycles such as 1986, 1998, and 2010, stands as the undisputed vanguard of the 2026 fire horse era. To understand why this connection is so visceral, we must peel back the layers of ancient Chinese metaphysical theory. The tiger and the horse exist in a state of sanhe, or the 3 harmonies. This isn't just a casual friendship, it is a cosmic pact of fire. The tiger represents the birth stage of the fire element, while the horse represents the peak. When these 2 energies collide in 2026, it creates a feedback loop of pure, unadulterated momentum. For the tiger, 2026 isn't just a year, it is a thermal updraft that will lift you higher than you ever thought possible. If you have spent the last few years feeling like a caged predator, pacing back and forth in a life that felt too small, too quiet, or too restrictive, the fire horse is the one who finally kicks the door off its hinges. The psychology of the tiger in 2026 shifts from one of cautious observation to total assertive dominance. In previous years, the water rabbit or the wood dragon might have asked you to temper your stripes, to play nice, or to wait for the right moment. The fire horse laughs at the concept of waiting. It demands immediate ignition. For the 1986 tigers, this is often a mid-career explosion where you move from being a contributor to a visionary leader. For the 1998 tigers, this is the year you stop finding yourself and start creating yourself through bold, perhaps even risky, professional leaps. The sheer heat of 2026 burns away the tiger's greatest enemy, procrastination born of perfectionism. You won't care if the plan is perfect. You will only care that the engine is running. This year, your internal compass aligns perfectly with the external chaos. While others see a wildfire, you see a path illuminated. Your ability to make split-second decisions will become your greatest financial asset. We are talking about the strike-first mentality. In the stock market, in real estate, or in the launching of a startup, the tiger who hesitates in 2026 loses the heat. But the tiger who pounces, they capture a lifetime of gains in a single 12-month cycle. However, with this explosive power comes a warning that every tiger must heed. This is yang fire on yang fire, Bing fire. It is the energy of the sun at high noon. It can nourish, but it can also dehydrate and destroy. Your passion in 2026 will be at an all-time high, which is incredible for your career, but can be volatile for your personal relationships. You will feel a desperate need for freedom, a fire horse urge to gallop toward the horizon without looking back. If you are in a relationship that feels like an anchor, the friction will become unbearable. You must learn to channel this fire into shared goals, rather than using it to torch the bridges behind you.
A tiger's charisma will be magnetic, drawing in collaborators and admirers, but you must ensure you aren't just attracting people to your flame, only to let them get burned by your intensity. Before we move on to the next sign, which handles the heat in a completely different, almost magical way, I want to take a moment to connect with you. If you are a tiger, or if you have a tiger in your life, you can already feel this temperature rising, can't you? You can feel the restlessness in your bones. We are putting massive amounts of research into these daily insights to help you navigate this once-in-60 years event. If you are finding this breakdown of the 2026 Fire Horse energy valuable, please take a second to hit that like button. It helps our community grow and ensures this cosmic weather report reaches those who need it most. Also, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below with your birth year and tell me, what is the one crazy dream you've been holding back on? Because in 2026, crazy is the only thing that works. Let's get back to the countdown, because the next sign is the one everyone will be jealous of. We move from the roar of the tiger to the serene, almost untouchable grace of the goat. If you were born in 1991, 2003, or 2015, you are entering 2026 with a cosmic VIP pass. In the study of the 12 earthly branches, the horse and the goat share a relationship known as Lu Hei, the 6 harmonies or secret friends. While the tiger thrives by matching the horse's speed, the goat thrives by being the horse's sanctuary. Think of the fire horse as a warrior returning from a brutal battle. The only place it feels safe to lower its guard is in the presence of the goat. This means that while the rest of the world is being trampled by the horse's hooves or scorched by its breath, the goat is invited into the inner circle. For the goat, 2026 is a year of effortless manifestation. This might sound like a cliché, but in the context of fire horse energy, it is. You will find that doors which were locked for a decade suddenly swing open just because you walked by. This isn't because you are fighting harder, it's because you are the secret friend of the year's ruler. In your professional life, this manifests as Gui Ren, or nobleman luck. People in high positions, the horses of the corporate or social world, will take a strange, sudden liking to you. They will offer you mentorship, inside information, and opportunities that others have to spend years sweating for. For the 1991 goat, this is the year your social capital converts into actual capital. Your networking won't feel like work, it will feel like catching up with old friends, yet the contracts that result from these meetings will be life-changing. The beauty of the goat in 2026 is your immunity to the burnout that will plague almost everyone else. Because you are the horse's partner, you don't have to chase the fire brings the warmth to you. Your health remains stable, your mind remains calm, and your home life becomes a fortress of peace. While your tiger friends are out hunting and your dog friends are guarding the gates, you are likely the one hosting the celebration. Romance for the goat in 2026 is particularly potent. If you are single, the fire of the year adds a layer of passion to your usually gentle nature, making you absolutely irresistible. If you are in a relationship, this is the year to solidify it. Buy the house, start the family, or take that once-in-a-lifetime trip. You are the cool in the middle of the inferno. You are the shade under the tree while the sun blazes at 110 degrees. The only risk for the goat is complacency. Because things come so easily, you might be tempted to just sleep through the year. Don't. Even a gentle stroll in the right direction during a fire horse year covers more ground than a sprint in any other year. Recognize your favor, use your VIP pass, and walk through those open doors with your head held high. You aren't lucky by accident. You are lucky by alignment. And as we transition from the goat's oasis, we must look at the third sign, the one that provides the moral compass for this entire chaotic year. The dog is coming, and they are bringing the one thing the fire horse lacks, a leash of integrity. Now, let us turn our gaze toward the horizon, where the third celestial guardian emerges from the dust of the galloping hooves. This is the strategist, the sentinel, the soul of unwavering loyalty. the dog. If you were born in the years 1982, 1994, or 2006, you must sit up and pay very close attention, because the cosmic architecture of 2026 is being built specifically around your unique set of virtues. In the traditional Chinese zodiac, the dog occupies a very special place within the Sun He, or the three harmonies. This is a powerful triangular alliance, consisting of the tiger, the horse, and the dog. While the tiger provides the raw power, and the horse provides the kinetic speed, the dog provides the structural integrity. Without you, the fire horse year is just a senseless wildfire, burning everything in its path without purpose. But with you, that fire becomes a forge, a place where raw materials are hammered into tools of greatness. The year of the Yang Fire Horse, 2026, is a period characterized by a desperate, almost manic pursuit of more. People will be chasing faster returns, bigger titles, and flashier lifestyles. In this environment, the get-rich-quick mentality becomes a plague. Shortcuts will be taken, promises will be broken, and the general moral fabric of society often stretches to its breaking point under the heat of the double fire energy. This is precisely why the dog becomes the most valuable player on the field. Your natural inclination toward honesty, your bone-deep sense of justice, and your refusal to abandon your principles become your most tradable commodities. Think about it. In a room full of people
Sting and exaggerating their claims, the person who speaks the truth with quiet confidence is the only one anyone actually listens to. Your integrity, which you may have felt was a liability in more cynical years, suddenly becomes a rare currency. In 2026, the dog finds that the world is finally ready to pay a premium for reliability. If you are in business, your clients will flock to you because they know they won't disappear when the going gets tough. If you are in a corporate career, your superiors will look to you to stabilize departments that are spinning out of control due to the horse's impulsive energy. You are the anchor sign of the three harmonies. While the horse wants to run 1,000 miles in a day, you are the one who ensures the path is safe and the destination is worth the effort. This year is not just about making money, though the financial prospects for the dog are exceptionally strong due to this elemental support. It is about achieving a level of status and respect that stays with you for the rest of your life. You are moving from being a worker to being a pillar. However, the dog must be aware of the fire-on-fire intensity of 2026. Because you are so loyal, you might find yourself trying to save everyone from the flames. You might try to overextend yourself to protect friends or colleagues who are making poor, impulsive horse year decisions. You must learn the art of selective protection. Do not let the heat of the year turn your loyalty into a burden that burns you out. Your financial gains this year will likely come through collaborations and long-term partnerships rather than solo gambles. Look to the tiger for inspiration and the horse for momentum, but always keep your paws firmly on the ground. Recognition is coming for you, not because you shouted the loudest, but because you stayed when everyone else ran. This is your year to be the leader that people actually want to follow. Are you starting to see the intricate pattern emerging?
Here, the cosmic engine of 2026 is complex, and we are only halfway through the list of those who will master it. If you are a dog, or if you have a dog in your life, how are you planning to use this newfound influence? Are you ready to step into a role of authority, or are you still hesitant to let your voice be heard? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below, and let's discuss how this three harmonies energy is already starting to manifest in your life. Do you feel the shift? And if this deep dive into the mechanics of the fire horse is giving you the clarity you've been looking for, please take a moment to hit that like button. Your support helps us keep these ancient codes accessible to everyone who needs to hear them. We are building a community of people who don't just watch the stars, they ride them. Moving forward from the dog's stable influence, we encounter a sign that many would consider the wild card of 2026. This is the sign of the snake, the years 1989, 2001, and 2013. Now, the snake and the horse are not traditional best friends in the way the tiger or the dog are. They don't belong to the same harmony group. However, they share something much more primal, the element of fire. In the five-element theory, the snake is the starting fire, while the horse is the peak fire. This means the snake understands the horse on a molecular level. While the rest of the world sees a terrifying, out-of-control stallion, the snake sees a source of energy that can be harnessed through wisdom and calculation. The snake is the ultimate silent strategist of the zodiac. While the horse is busy making noise and galloping in circles, the snake is watching from the shadows, flicking its tongue to sense the vibrations of the market, the office, and the social circle. In 2026, the snake doesn't compete with the horse. It waits for the horse to clear the path. Imagine a massive fire clearing out a thick, overgrown forest. Most animals are running away in fear.
But the snake knows that once the fire passes, the ground is rich with nutrients and the competition has been cleared away. This is how 2026 functions for those born in the year of the snake. You are the beneficiary of the horse's destruction. For the snake, 2026 is a year of intellectual and professional flourishing that borders on the supernatural. Because you possess the snake's wisdom, you are able to see the patterns within the chaos of the fire horse. Where others see a market crash, you see a buying opportunity. Where others see a corporate restructuring as a threat, you see a vacant seat at the executive table. You are slightly more ruthless this year, but it is a refined ruthlessness. You aren't out to hurt people, you are simply refusing to let good energy go to waste. Your ability to remain calm while the yang fire of the year is screaming at everyone else makes you look like a genius. Expect major breakthroughs in fields that require deep thinking, academia, high-level research, creative direction, or legal strategy. The fire horse provides the spotlight and the snake provides the substance. When you combine these two, you get a reputation for being an untouchable expert. Financially, the snake should look for hidden gains. The horse year is famous for loud money, but the snake's luck in 2026 is quiet money. Investments that pay off suddenly, inheritances, or intellectual property royalties. You are the one who slides into the position of power while everyone else is distracted by the fireworks. You don't need to run. You just need to be in the right place at the right time. And in 2026, the fire horse is making sure that right place is exactly where you are headed. The heat doesn't burn the snake. It just makes the snake faster and more agile. As we prepare to look at the final sign, the most unexpected anchor of all, remember that the snake's victory is a victory of the mind over the madness. We now arrive at the most profound and perhaps
the most startling revelation in our cosmic countdown for 2026. If the tiger is the engine, the goat the guest of honor, the dog the moral compass, and the snake the silent architect, then our fifth sign represents the very ground upon which the temple of success is built. Many practitioners of the ancient arts might overlook this connection because on the surface, the energies seem diametrically opposed. However, in the laboratory of destiny, opposites often create the most powerful reactions. We are talking about the pig. If you were born in years such as 1983, 1995, 2007, or 2019, you are the unexpected anchor in the center of the fire horse's raging inferno. To understand why the pig is so cosmically favored in a year that seems designed for aggression, we have to look beneath the surface of the flames. The year of the fire horse, specifically this Yang Fire Bing year, is a period of high heat. It is a time when the world is prone to exhaustion, tempers are short, and the collective nervous system is stretched to its breaking point. In such a volatile environment, the rarest and most valuable commodity is not speed, it is stability. It is the ability to remain unshakable when the winds of change are howling. This is the pig's natural domain. While others are being consumed by the horse's fever, a psychological state of rushing, panicking, and over-leveraging, the pig remains inherently grounded. In 2026, the pig functions as the water that tempers the steel. There is a secret elemental interaction here that most amateur horoscopes miss. Although the pig is associated with the water element, which traditionally clashes with fire, in the context of the fire horse, this creates a steam effect, a transformative energy that drives progress without the scorched earth consequences. The pig possesses a unique spiritual insulation. You have a natural gift for emotional intelligence and a genuine easygoing nature that acts as a universal solvent for the horse's
fiction. When the fire horse kicks down doors and creates chaos, the pig is the one who walks into the room and immediately lowers the temperature. This makes you the most sought-after collaborator of the year. Think about your career path for a moment. In 2026, corporate environments and small businesses alike will be frantic. Leaders will be making impulsive decisions based on the heat of the moment. If you are a pig, your calm presence will be noticed by those in power. You will find that opportunities come to you not because you fought for them with your fists, but because you were the only person in the room who didn't lose their cool. This is a year of soft power for you. Your professional growth won't look like a frantic climb. It will look like a steady, inevitable rise. People will gravitate toward your stability. If you are looking for a promotion, a new partnership, or a career pivot, 2026 provides a safe harbor for you to build something that lasts. While the horse energy wants to burn everything down and start fresh, the pig understands the value of what is already there. You are the preserver. This means your finances in 2026 are characterized by accumulation. Unlike the tiger, who might make a fortune and spend it just as fast on a new venture, the pig's luck is about retention. You will find that your previous investments, be they financial, emotional, or professional, begin to bear fruit in a consistent, manageable way. There is a specific kind of earthly luck that follows the pig in 2026, providing a buffer against the inflation and volatility that might plague other signs. You are the one who finds the bargain in the middle of a bubble. You are the one who buys the property when everyone else is too afraid to move. Before we dive deeper into the emotional fulfillment and the specific hidden advantages the pig will enjoy during this intense solar cycle, I want to take a moment to speak to everyone watching. We are navigating a year that only
comes around once every 60 years, and the information we are sharing is designed to be your tactical manual for survival and success. If you are finding that these insights are resonating with your current path, or if you are starting to see the patterns of 2026 forming in your own life already, please take a second to engage with us. Drop a comment below and let us know your sign and how you are feeling about the upcoming Firehorse energy. Are you feeling the heat already, or are you preparing your cooling strategies? Also, if this deep dive analysis is providing you with the clarity you need to plan your future, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm ensure that this cosmic weather report reaches the people who need it most. And if you really want to stay ahead of the curve, make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on, because the strategies we are going to reveal for the non-lucky signs are going to be absolute game changers. Now, let us return to the pig's unique position as the anchor of 2026. Beyond the material and the professional, the most beautiful aspect of your year is the emotional harvest. The Firehorse year is often a lonely one for many, because everyone is so focused on their own race, their own speed, and their own survival. But the pig is the sign of the heart. In 2026, your home will become a sanctuary. While the world outside is a theater of fire and noise, your personal life will likely experience a period of profound deepening. For those pigs who have felt tossed by the waves of uncertainty, anxiety, or loneliness in recent years, the Firehorse offers a strange gift. It burns away the distractions and leaves only what is real. You will find that your relationships become more authentic. The people who truly matter will lean on you, and in return, you will find a sense of purpose that fuels your soul. There is a deep, resonant compassion luck at play here. By being the person who listens, the person who provides steady hand, and the person who refuses to be swept up in the collective hysteria, you attract noble people, Tianyi Gui Ren, into your life. These are mentors, protectors, and benefactors who see your worth and decide to shield you from the harsher elements of the year. It is also important to discuss the physical health and vitality of the pig in 2026. The Firehorse year is notorious for causing burnout, quite literally. People will be suffering from insomnia, high blood pressure, and stress-related ailments. But the pig's natural inclination toward comfort and self-care becomes a survival mechanism. While others are skipping meals and losing sleep to keep up with the horse's gallop, you will instinctively know when to retreat and recharge. This isn't laziness, it is energy conservation strategy. By the time the third quarter of 2026 rolls around, the fast signs will be starting to flag, their energy depleted by the constant intensity. That is when the pig, well-rested and emotionally balanced, moves into the lead. You are the tortoise in the race against a very fast, very hot hare. The most unexpected part of this anchor role is how it affects your reputation. In 2026, integrity becomes a rare and expensive currency. Because the pig is seen as honest and sincere, your word will carry more weight than 1,000 marketing campaigns.
If you are in business, your customers will stay loyal to you because they trust you. If you are in a creative field, your work will resonate because it feels human in a year that feels increasingly mechanical and aggressive. You are not just surviving the fire, you are using its light to show others the way home. The pig's success in 2026 is a testament to the power of the gentle spirit. You prove that you don't have to be the loudest or the fastest to be the most impactful. As the fire horse charges forward, you are the one holding the compass, ensuring that the journey actually leads somewhere meaningful. This concludes our
Look at the 5 signs, but the story of 2026 is far from over. There is a shadow side to this luck, and a set of hidden rules that even the luckiest signs must follow to avoid the horse's kick. While the 5 signs of the tiger, goat, dog, snake, and pig stand at the precipice of a monumental and life-altering breakthrough in 2026, we must now peel back the final layer of this cosmic mystery. To truly master the year of the fire horse, one must understand that luck in the Eastern tradition is not a passive gift, it is a volatile energy that must be channeled with precision. Even for the most favored signs, 2026 presents a double-edged sword. The same fire that illuminates your path to success can, if left unchecked, become a wildfire of exhaustion and impulsive destruction. This is the stage where we transition from identifying who will thrive to understanding the how, the specific high-level behavioral strategies required to navigate the peak intensity of this Bing Wu or Yang fire horse cycle. The intensity of 2026 is driven by the fact that fire represents the peak of Yang energy. It is the height of summer, the midday sun, the moment of maximum expansion. However, the fire horse is unique because the horse itself is a fire sign, and when paired with the heavenly stem of Yang fire, we witness an unprecedented fire-on-fire phenomenon. This creates a psychological environment characterized by extreme impatience. In 2026, waiting will feel like a physical burden. You will see people around you making frantic, life-changing decisions, quitting jobs on a whim, ending long-term relationships in a moment of heat, or sinking their entire life savings into speculative ventures because they feel the pressure of the ticking clock. For our 5 lucky signs, the challenge is not about finding opportunity. The opportunities will be screaming at you, but rather about the discipline of selection. You must learn to distinguish between a faded bridge and a flash in the...
For the tiger, this means tempering your natural aggression with a moment of pause. Because the fire horse accelerates your already rapid instincts, your greatest risk is overshooting the mark. You might land the big deal, but if you aren't careful, you might burn the professional relationship in the process. For the goat, the secret friend of the horse, the risk is complacency. Because the year feels easy and doors open for you without effort, there is a temptation to simply coast. But remember, the fire horse is a once-in-60 years event. If you only use this energy to maintain your current lifestyle, you are wasting a cosmic superpower. You must use your VIP pass to enter rooms you never thought you belonged in. If you are finding this deep dive into the mechanics of 2026 helpful and want to ensure you are fully prepared for the elemental shifts ahead, please take a moment to engage with us. If you haven't already, click the like button and share your specific goals for 2026 in the comments below. Are you looking for career pivots, romantic stability, or financial freedom? Your engagement helps us continue to decode these ancient patterns for the modern world. And if you want to be the first to receive our upcoming survival guide for the other 7 signs, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Your support allows this research laboratory to keep providing data-driven astrological insights. Now, we must address the horse's kick, the sudden reversal of fortune that can happen when one becomes too intoxicated by the year's speed. In 2026, the concept of burnout is not just a corporate buzzword, it is a clinical reality of the elemental balance. Fire consumes. It consumes wood effort and melts metal structure. To avoid being consumed, you must introduce the element of earth into your daily life. Earth is the child of fire. It absorbs the heat and turns it into something solid and fertile. In practical terms, this means
that in 2026, your physical environment and your routines will be your anchors. This is the year to prioritize grounding activities. For the dog, whose loyalty is their shield,
Grounding comes through community and family. For the snake, it comes through solitary contemplation and the refined study of your craft. For the pig, it comes through the simple joys of the domestic sphere. The financial landscape of 2026 will be equally erratic. The Yang fire energy suggests a bull market mentality, high energy, high risk, and high visibility. While the 5 lucky signs have the cosmic wind at their backs, they must be wary of the mirage effect. Fire creates heat haze, which can distort reality. You might see a project that looks like a gold mine, but under the surface, it lacks the water element of depth and sustainability. The most successful people in 2026 will be those who can act with the speed of the horse, but verify with the cold, hard logic of the metal element. This is especially true for the snake, who is the master of seeing through illusions. Use your intuition to sense when a deal is too hot to handle. Furthermore, we must discuss the social dynamics of this year. The horse is a social animal, but it is also fiercely independent. 2026 will see a global shift toward individualism. People will be less willing to sacrifice their personal desires for the sake of the collective. This creates a vacuum of leadership. Because the fire horse energy is so me-centric, the signs that can maintain their we-centric focus, specifically the dog and the pig, will find themselves elevated to positions of immense authority. When everyone else is running toward the exit, the person who stands still and helps others find their way becomes the de facto leader. This is the year where your soft power becomes your hard power. For the tiger, 2026 is about the hunt, but it is also about the pride. You cannot conquer the fire horse year alone. Even though the horse thrives on the open plain, it is the tiger's ability to command and inspire that will turn a temporary victory into a lasting empire. Your 2026 mantra should be boldness in action, wisdom in direction. Do not let the heat of the moment dictate your long-term legacy. You are building something meant to last beyond the 12-month cycle. As we move toward the final synthesis of these predictions, it is crucial to remember that the fire horse is a catalyst for truth. Fire purifies. It burns away the dross, leaving only what is real. If your career was built on a shaky foundation, 2026 will reveal the cracks. If your relationship was based on convenience rather than connection, the heat of the horse will test its resilience. But for our 5 signs, this purification is a blessing. It clears the clutter from your life, leaving you lean, focused, and ready to sprint. You are being stripped of your limitations so that you can run at full speed. This is not a year for the faint of heart, but for the tiger, goat, dog, snake, and pig, the fire is not your enemy. It is your fuel. You are the riders of the storm, the ones who have been chosen to harness the most powerful energy in the Chinese zodiac. The question is no longer whether you will be lucky, but whether you are ready to handle the magnitude of the success that is coming your way. Prepare your mind, stabilize your spirit, and get ready, because the gallop is about to begin. As we draw the final curtain on this deep dive into the 2026 year of the Yang Fire Horse, it is essential to internalize the sheer magnitude of the cosmic shift awaiting us. We have dissected the mechanics of the Bing Wu energy, that rare double dose of fire that acts as both a furnace for creation and a wildfire for the unprepared. We have identified why the tiger's courage, the goat's diplomatic sanctuary, the dog's unwavering integrity, the snake's calculated wisdom, and the pig's stabilizing compassion are the specific keys that unlock the vault of 2026. But as we conclude, understand that these insights are not merely passive observations. They are a call to arms for your soul. The universe is about to crank the dial of reality to its maximum setting. Every ambition you have harbored, every secret dream you have whispered to the stars, and every financial goal you have mapped out on paper is now entering a zone of high-velocity manifestation. For our 5 chosen signs, the message is clear. The waiting room of life is officially closed. The fire horse does not wait for you to feel ready. It does not ask if your shoes are tied or if your plan is perfect. It simply arrives with the force of 1,000 suns, and your only choice is to mount the beast or get out of the way. If you are a tiger, remember that your stripes were earned in the shadows, but 2026 is where you step into the blinding light. Do not let the intensity of the fire horse intimidate you.
It is merely a reflection of your own inner heat. If you are a goat, cherish the Lu-Hei secret friendship you share with this year. While the world outside your window may seem to be in a state of frantic upheaval, your path is paved with invisible silk. Use this grace period not just for comfort, but to build a legacy that will last long after the fire subsides. For the dogs of the zodiac, your reputation is your currency. In a world of fleeting trends and loud voices, your quiet reliability will be the lighthouse everyone sails toward. To the snakes, your cold-blooded precision is the perfect counterbalance to the horse's hot-blooded impulsiveness. You are the architects of this era, moving the pieces on the board while others are blinded by the smoke. And to the pigs, our unexpected anchors, never underestimate the power of your piece. Your ability to remain unruffled by the chaos is exactly what will attract the biggest opportunities and the most influential allies to your side. But as we wrap up this transmission, we must address the most critical question.
What happens now? Knowledge without action is like a horse without legs. It has the spirit to run, but it goes nowhere. You have been given the roadmap. You have seen the terrain. Now you must prepare your vessel. If you are one of these 5 signs, 2026 is the year where lucky breaks are actually the result of cosmic alignment meeting personal readiness. Start clearing your plate today. Shed the habits that weigh you down. Distance yourself from the people who drain your battery. When the fire horse gallops into your life on the Lunar New Year, you want to be as light and as agile as possible. This is not just about surviving a difficult year. It is about thriving in a spectacular one. It is about taking the yang fire and using it to illuminate your path rather than burn your bridges. This has been a journey through the ancient corridors of Eastern wisdom, updated for the modern strategist. We have cracked the code of 2026, but the story is far from over. This is Ani from U to S, and I want to personally thank you for staying with us through this intensive breakdown. If this analysis has sparked a fire within you, if it has given you a sense of clarity or a much-needed boost of confidence for the future, then our mission is accomplished. But the conversation doesn't end here. We are a community of seekers, and your voice is a vital part of this collective energy. How are you feeling about the arrival of the fire horse? Does the intensity excite you or give you pause? Do you feel the resonance of your sign's specific strengths? Please, drop a comment below and share your thoughts. I read every single one, and I am genuinely curious to see how you are planning to navigate this upcoming inferno. If you received value from this deep dive and you want to ensure you stay ahead of the cosmic curve, please consider supporting the channel with a super thanks. Your support allows us to continue digging deeper into these patterns and providing you with the high-level.
Atta, you need to master your destiny. And if you haven't already, smash that like button and share this video with the tigers, goats, dogs, snakes, and pigs in your life. They need to know what's coming. They need to know that their time is now. Remember, the year of the fire horse is a once-in-a-60-year event. It is a cosmic reset button. It is fast, it is furious, and it is undeniably transformative. For those who understand its nature, it is the ultimate shortcut to success. For those who ignore it, it is a formidable challenge. But you are no longer in the dark. You have the map. You have the secret codes. And most importantly, you have the momentum. As the world prepares for the storm of 2026, you can stand tall, knowing that you aren't just going to weather the weather, you are going to ride the lightning. Keep your eyes on the horizon, keep your heart centered, and never let anyone tell you that luck is a matter of chance. In 2026, luck is a matter of alignment. Stay tuned for our next update, where we will reveal the defensive strategies for the other signs, ensuring that no matter what your animal zodiac is, you have the tools to protect your energy and turn potential obstacles into stepping stones. This is not a drill. This is your life, amplified by the most intense energy the heavens have to offer. Thank you for watching, thank you for your incredible support, and we will see you in the next chapter of this cosmic saga. The gallop is starting, the heat is rising. Let's ride.